over the leg side, because you know when they come too straight, he's got wonderful hands and he can make the most of it there. But I think that he's bought into the narrative a little bit and he's trying to prove a lot of people wrong. And that's always a difficult place to be, because then you go away from your 100% basics and your natural game plan because you're worried about what others are thinking.
It's one of the things that have followed KKR from last season as well, question marks over the top order. But as far as the youngsters are concerned, leading the charts for them when it comes to running, getting the runs is someone like Ankush Raghuvanshi. So there's a lot of faith that has been shared there. He's shown those glimpses of brilliance as well. So Gen next star that could come into focus today as well.
नए जमाने का नया प्लेयर, brought to you by Birla Opus Paints.
So again, when we're looking at Ankush Raghuvanshi, Pooj, that vulnerability that we've seen to left arm spin, that matchup could be potentially there with Krunal. But if you look at the positives that he's carried forward this season, how does he kind of reclaim that form when KKR need to win every single game for me?
Look, he has been very impressive. Apart from few innings, the way he started the season, he had a couple of 50s and then his form dropped down a bit. But overall, I think he's a quality player. He looks to time the ball. He has a lot of clarity when he walks into bat. And he's someone who bats at a strike rate of 140. And that's needed for KKR, because whenever they end up losing too many wickets early on, they are in trouble. So Ankush is someone who can give them that stability. But at the same time, he plays some cricketing shots, and that is very impressive because he knows his targets really well. He picks his pockets. He also uses the pace of the bowler. Whenever there are infielders, he tries and pierce that gap. So he's not trying to muscle the ball all the time, but he still has that ability. So he has the right balance and he's very impressive. I think going forward, he's someone who can give a lot of rewards to KKR if they continue investing in him.
Against RCB's varied attack, how do you see Ankush going out today?
Well, it's a good question, because this wicket should play into his hands a little bit, just being that little bit of a lower scoring surface. I mean, not the wicket as such, being an up and down wicket, but I just think that the way that this game will ultimately pan out, it's not one where you walk in and you have to blast it from the start. You use your game sense. Just a quick question for Pooj. Do you see T20 or being his best format, or do you think the other two formats are probably what he's more suited to long term?
Well, I do agree that he can play all three formats. But look, in KKR, I still feel he's well suited to play T20 format, and he has the ability. It's just that he will have to work on his game to get that power to hit those big sixes. But he has the ability, and I still feel that, yes, I do agree that he is suited to play ODI and even in Test format. But I genuinely feel there is always a role for a player like Ankush in a T20 format who bats at number 3 or when he bats at top of the order. You still try and anchor the innings, and his strike rate can go higher. It's just that he will have to work on his game.
Speaking of strike rates going higher, you're looking at the most runs for KKR, so Raghuvanshi on top. And the resurrection, I guess, of Rinku Singh, the impact that he's had all of a sudden. We often started this season that bat him up higher, give him more of a role, give him a little bit more of a...
Hard to do that when they've got 5 openers in their top 5 or 6, or guys who would prefer to bat at the top of the order.
Maybe they found a way. Yeah. Because a lot of, the first couple of wins came because of Rinku Singh's impact, whether it was on the field, whether it was with the blade in the hand, it came because of him literally being in all those big moments.
Yeah, and that's what he first become like a household name, wasn't it? There'd be a big moment and Rinku Singh would be the man that would get KKR across the line. You think back to the 24 season, rather. There was moments in the tournament that their campaign could have went south quickly, but he was the man for it all. So you don't go to the heights of playing cricket for India and being a part of a World Cup squad to then losing your touch overnight. So it's the opportunity, it's the belief, it's the backing from the franchise, and maybe a little bit more role clarity, because he was batting down at number 7. You can't have a huge impact when you're asking to do so much work in that role right towards the back end.
Well, this is a night chat, Rinku with Bhuvi, because remember, Bhuvi does also bowl towards the back end. So what if that becomes a little battle? That would be quite intriguing to see, because he's got a couple of wickets over there. So yes, you can see the toss has been delayed because of a wet outfield. That basically means the covers are still on, which they're looking to get off. The Super Stoppers at work. Most of the ground, at least 1/3 of it, has been cleared at the moment. From the perspective of the points table, RCB are looking to try and at least go on top because they have a healthier net run rate against Gujarat Titans. For KKR, every match is a must-win to stay alive in the race for the playoffs. We'll be back.
Experience the best of Hollywood.
MasterChef is everything I've ever wanted to do.
I just can't believe that I am here. I just want to pinch myself.
This is the best that I have so far in my life. I just feel like I'm part of the MasterChef family already. This is so fun.
It does stuff to people, this place.
PBKS looks set for the top 4. Can MI halt their surge?
PBKS versus MI, Thursday, 6:30 p.m.
Name this television theme song.
That song has been in my head all day. I know.
This friendship? I think so.
We were on the break!
It doesn't happen to every guy, and it is a big deal.
I knew it!
Oh my God! This is unbelievable. Let's go!
How you doing?
फिरकी के जादूगर रविचंद्रन अश्विन स्वागत है आपका।
मैं विकेट अलर्ट देने वाला रवि बिश्नोई क्रॉस मारते ऑफ द मार्क।
खेल के महारथी अपना नजरिया ला रहे हैं चैंपियंस वाली कमेंट्री में, सिर्फ आपके स्मार्ट टीवी पर। Experience the best of Hollywood.
No more stakeouts or drinks after a long shift or midnight calls when you've had a breakthrough in a case. I've always had this image of us in our 90s hunting down criminals at the retirement home. Jake, are you crying?
Yes.
99.
My edibles just kicked in.
Gone over him! Oh, magnificent stroking from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar!
The Royal Challengers secured a thrilling win in their last encounter.
ये है टेक्नो विद फ्रेंड्स नेटवर्क और आप सुन रहे हैं नॉन कमर्शियल कम्युनिटी रेडियो टेक्नो विद फ्रेंड्स FM रेडियो। आपका दोस्त हमेशा आपके साथ सुनते रहिए और एंजॉय कीजिए।
Kumar has turned back the clock this season.
Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is on fire!
As the race for the playoffs heats up.
It's a race to the playoffs, and there's no dropping points, there's no breaking your momentum, because you might just miss out from crossing that finish line. For RCB today, it is their designated home ground in Raipur before they travel. The 2 points takes them to 16, and because of that net run rate, possibly takes them to the top of the table, where Gujarat Titans have on a 5 consecutive match winning streak made their way right to the top. For Kolkata Knight Riders, every single match counts for them to potentially reach the 14, which they can, so they have to pick up points in every single game. It's a winner-takes-all attitude that needs to be able to take them through as well. There's been a little bit of rain, in fact, just as we were making our way across through the stadium, which has resulted with the covers on the ground, but now they've come off. We have inspection at 8:15, so we're just building up to the excitement as far as these two teams are concerned. It's the oldest rivalry in the history of the IPL. It was an intriguingly tricky wicket in Raipur, what we saw the first match, which means that it should well and truly be that contest between bat and ball that we often talk about. So Sabah Karim and Aaron Finch with us in the studios here. Always great to see the players walking about, waiting for the rest of the covers to come across as well. But RCB's designated home ground Finchie, so they want to pick up the 2 points here. They're all red shirts. I don't see a purple shirt actually, very different to the other night when Mumbai came visiting, because next up for them is Punjab Kings and Sunrisers Hyderabad, 2 other teams there in the top 4.
Yeah, it's a tough run home, but I think the way that they've been playing, they've been in good form. T20, you understand that there's going to be ups and downs to a long campaign like the Tata IPL, but yeah, I mean, it's always difficult as a player in situations like this where you're not quite sure how the wicket's going to play, you're not quite sure when the covers are coming off, if there's more rain coming, which we hope that it's all passed, but the ground staff have done a wonderful job to cover this whole ground.
Well, Sabah Karim joins us as well, but the news is actually on the Kolkata Knight Riders looking to invade the castle here in Raipur, because the first 6 matches at the start of the season, they were nowhere, Sabah. Now look at them. They can keep their playoff hopes alive. They're on a serious winning streak, have also reduced their opposition to unders 165 in the last 4 matches, so the bowling has come around.
Yes, Mayanti, I think there's been a remarkable turnaround, and I guess KKR have done that before, so they'll be emboldened by that fact that since they have put together this kind of performance before, they can always repeat it this time around. It is quite refreshing to see KKR the way they have played in the last 4 matches that they have won on a trot. It seemed that they have shed all the baggage that they had at the beginning of this tournament. The best aspect about their turnaround is the way they've been able to have those 3 spin bowling combination that has done quite well for them. I think this is the only team in the entire tournament that has 3 top quality spinners in prime form. So you have Sunil Narine, you have Varun Chakravarthy, and also Anukul Roy. Anukul has been around for a number of years, but I think this is the first time around that one sees him regularly in the playing 11. On top of that, the rediscovery of some of the batting talent, including Finn Allen, Cameron Green, Raman Powell, and to finish these matches, they also have Rinku Singh. So I think KKR at this stage, they would really fancy the chances of doing well and staking a claim for the playoffs.
Absolutely, and these are the fun pictures that we enjoy seeing as fans, right? The 2 teams exchanging notes, exchanging maybe stories,